terms of the next step for me, I'm now building my own brand, building my own technology recruitment business internally with a view to going externally. So essentially on the back of me proving that I can make a high sort of level of money for the company, I've been given sort of responsibility to train these teams and basically sort of push a brand out into the market that's not previously been seen before, as a separate entity to Selby Jennings. So Selby, encourages you to basically design something that's your own and make it in your own image, if you like. So where I see myself in the next few years is basically building a business out which sort of follows the Selby model, follows the Selby ethics, the way of working and the techniques that we all use, and making sure that gets rolled out not just on a UK basis but also abroad as well. We do a lot in New York City. I see people sort of moving out on the ground there, sort of within the sort of medium term. Again, which is, I suppose something that we look for in people. I'm not looking for someone to come and sit in London for the whole of their life. If people have got aspirations to go and work in New York or Hong Kong, then that's something that, not just for my team that I'm interested in, but, other team leaders are interested in looking in talking to people like that as well, because that's a realistic and rapid possibility. So, I see my team basically expanding within finance to the point where we saturate the market. We've already got a very good reputation in the market, and we service 18 of the top 20 global investment banks and a number of very, very large multi-billion hedge funds. What I'm looking for is now, to grow the team away from finance as well, sort of start dominating other sectors like we are with finance, moving into telecommunication, gaming, looking at sectors which necessarily aren't saturated with people currently within finance. So the skill sets are very transferable. We can, a telecommunications developer or a developer working on a high frequency FX trading system at Goldman Sachs or JP Morgan, the skill sets are often very, very sort of laterally exchangeable. So you can swap the people in and out, in terms of where they want to be very, very easily. The team, I think, we want to get it to at least 15 people by the end of the year, possibly, sort of Easter next year, depending on the performance of the people that are currently there. So I'm personally making sure that, I drag as many of these guys through as possible. I don't really need to either because they're all very self-motivated people, but, for my own personal goal, it's to make sure this brand becomes, I want the biggest, best technology business within the city in terms of recruitment, and and beyond that, if that's a 5-year goal, then 10-year goal, I want sort of SJ Technology, or however we sort of see fit to brand it, to be seen as as the most prestigious technology consultancy in on a global basis. So 10 years time, I suppose if I'm not still in the office, sort of making sure this all happening, I suppose I'll hopefully be doing it from the back of a yacht somewhere.